I don't even hear me. Is the scene muted or not connected or something?
We're just gonna send this.
Hello, hi,
Hey.
testing. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, I heard you.
Yes.
Okay,
I'm-
we have sound.
On the stream?
We have voice.
Hell yeah! We also have background sound.
You might want to turn your gain down a little bit there,
Me?
Zeal.
I don't know how. Hold on.
I can also help with that.
Is it bleed through from the headphones or?
Unclear?
It's every time your mic kicks on, we can hear all your background, and you very, very strongly, which isn't a problem, mind you.
Okay. In the meantime, let me see if I can figure that out.
Okay. Well, anyway, while we handle the technical issues that the goblins in our system decide to keep giving us every time we try to run, I will do a brief recap of what has happened last time. Anyway, welcome to episode 8. The Twitch channel changed again. God damn it. Anyway, this is episode 18. The root is the problem. Last time we saw our party finally making planetfall on Sycar and realizing the issues at hand, as if everything is slowly being leached from the bottom up. The plants, the animals, everything. There were no animals, no bugs, no sign of fauna, and the flora was brittle and brown. Upon leaving this observation, the party discovered a group of farmers digging in a field. Upon questioning, they learned that the farmers swapped Sycar from a planet of grains to a planet of solely asteroot, a mysterious, seemingly root vegetable of some kind that, when eaten, has a very tingly medicinal effect in the mouth, as Revan found out. Further exploration leads them to the main colony on the planet, in which there was almost nobody save for a mysterious white-haired man in a blue suit that they followed to a bar. In that bar, they discovered that all the behaviors of the people, the civilians, the farmers, and so on, are very NPC-like, to use a lack of a better term. And that their food, their beer, their drinks, everything seems to be around this asteroid. In further exploration, they found one of the missing scouts from the scout team they were sent to look for, in addition to the artifact, in the bathroom, muttering a single phrase: "The heart beats, we listen." Elodine and Teo were able to get the scout back to where they were landed, to get them off planet safely and into the medical care of their ship waiting in orbit. Meanwhile, Persephone, Revan, and Xylar decided to explore the colony a little further, not finding much else to be done. However, it is upon their return when things took a turn for the worst. Elodine and Teo were ambushed on the way back, trying to blend into the farmers returning from the work. Elodine was knocked out and taken by a pair of Goliaths, with Teo staggering in pursuit from taking a sap to the back of the head. Meanwhile, Revan, Persephone, and Xylar met with the white-haired man in the blue suit. However, Revan and Xylar took darts to the neck, knocking them out, and Persephone is the only one up, facing off against this now new threat. And as with that, we will check in. Is our technical issues taken care of? We good?
I think we're ready.
We're good? Okay.
All right.
Do we need to reintroduce ourselves?
Oh, yeah. That was all muted, huh?
Oh. I guess we'll do a speed run of the roll call. Hi, I'm your humble DM Zell. That's next player.
Up in our top left corner is Persephone, played by Briston.
Hi, I'm.
Dio. All right. Dio.
Oh,
No, it's me, Dio.
How about I just shush for a second and let D introduce themselves?
hi, I'm D. I play Teo, the resident warlock.
I'm Zatel. I play Revenvest, the mostly dead rogue.
And I'm Josie. I play Elodine, our something.
Fire Genasi Artificer. Cool.
Yep,
Roll call
okay,
done.
great, we're here.
All right. We open the scene. Let's start with Persephone, Revan, and Xylar. Persephone, you're in the alleyway. The white-haired man in the blue suit has two goons similarly dressed pointing hand crossbows at you, and you can see the glint of that poison they used to knock out Revan and Xylar on the tips of their bolts. The white-haired man simply, hands in pockets, stands casually and looks down at you and your companions. I reckon screaming won't do you much help. If you know it's good for you, you'd come with us.
Who are they talking to?
Persephone.
Persephone. Are you muted? Oh, you're muted.
Oh my gosh. I've been speaking.
And I'm just like, what the
Oh no.
fuck?
How
Oh my god, I said don't scream, but you can still talk.
I wonder how long I've been muted. Okay, I guess, whatever. Dickhead.
You're gonna go with them.
All right.
What else can I do? The other two are knocked out. They're pointing poison arrows at me.
The two goons pick up your companions, and the white-haired man steps aside and kind of gestures for you to step in front of him. And as you do, they follow behind you. The path he takes you leads you down multiple alleyways that weren't obvious to you when you and the rest of your companions did like an exploration of the city earlier. It seems like these pathways are known to those who have been in this city for long enough. And eventually you find yourselves kind of on the edge. You can see the great walls and more of those coverings that protect the city from the sun. Along the edge, though, there are warehouses, although they look dilapidated, not used very much. But you can see movement inside. You can hear the sounds of some kind of industry and machinery. However, what you do notice is those moving around working are not dressed in the reds of the civilians and farmers of the city. They are dressed in, simple pants and shirts, kind of almost dock worker vibes to them. And you feel like they carry themselves in the same way that the goons, the man, carry themselves. You are brought to a gate where two guards let you in. They seem to give some kind of respect and nod to the man, and you are brought to one of the buildings in this kind of warehouse complex. You are brought down into a basement where you are instructed to sit. One of the seats across from a table, interrogation style. The goons unceremoniously drop your two companions into the other two seats next to you. At this point, the toxin is wearing off, and Revan and Xylar start to come to. Revan, you regain consciousness slowly, and it feels like someone slugs you across the face as hard as they can. But as your vision kind of stops swimming and your head stops beating hard enough for you to kind of get an idea of your surroundings, you look around and see that you are in a dark, dank room with uncomfortable metal chairs, a simple metal table, and a single light providing only a single circle of illumination over the table. Do either one of you have dark vision?
I do.
I didn't pull up my character sheet. Give me a second.
I was going to
have
say,
no
I-
idea.
Revan is going to try and play dead.
Ooh.
Okay. You are lolling in your chair.
Where do I see
Yeah,
that at?
Senses on the left column of things.
It'll be underneath your passive.
It'll say dark vision if you have it. If you don't see dark vision, then you don't have it.
It doesn't look like I do.
Okay. All right, that's
It
fine.
just
I have-
says the passives, and it doesn't say anything else.
Yeah. All right, then
Okay,
you don't
yeah,
have dark
yeah.
vision.
I've got
Uh,
dark vision 60 feet and blind sight of 10 feet.
All right, excellent. Persephone, while you can't, the light is bright enough, and there's no interceding sources of light. The circle, or the darkness outside of the circle of light over the table, is incredibly pitch black. You can't really see much or make out much.
Mm-hmm.
Revan, however, as you are playing dead, you kind of like flutter your eyes and you look, and you can see into the gloom around the table, although it is colorless. And then you see sitting in the corner of this room in a chair, legs crossed, journal in hand, seems to be a tiefling of some kind, simply watching what's going on. Eventually, the man walks to the other side of the table, pulls a chair at himself, and sits, crossing his legs and placing his, steepling his fingers on the table in front of him, looking at the three of you. So, what's going to happen is I'm going to ask some questions. You're going to answer them truthfully. And if I think you are lying, or you are here for reasons you state otherwise, then I will kill you and dump your bodies in the field. Do you understand?
Yep.
Good. First question, and probably the most important one. Who are you with, and why are you here?
Well, why are we here? I don't remember why we're here.
What do
someone
we
help me?
usually
What are we
go
doing
and do?
I know, but like, what was the specific thing here? Like, I know we're looking for an artifact, but I don't remember if it was something specific that we were told.
It just
Was it torso, right? Or a
they
heart?
or we think it's a heart.
We think it's a heart, but like, did they tell us? Was it like one of our groups missing? Like, that's what I'm like trying to remember.
You have a missing
that's a
scout
part of
team,
it.
and but you're here
But-
for the artifact.
Yeah, but okay. Well,
And also
we
the
were-
planet's been weird because of the outcropping.
Yeah.
or the
I have. I
outpour.
can't remember why exactly we were here. Well, we're here because we work for Saber Corp. We're to retrieve an artifact, and if we can, the missing team that was supposed to be doing this job.
You hear a clatter of the chair in the darkness when you mention artifact, and then steps, and then the tiefling almost seems to burst from the darkness into the light, slams the table, gets really close to your face, Persephone.
Mm-hmm.
Artifact? You know about artifacts? The man steps, rolls his eyes with a sigh. You get a better look at this tiefling. Their horns are kind of cut off, Hellboy style. They have a light purple skin. Their features are incredibly androgynous. It's hard to tell what, if they're male or female. They're dressed in a ragged suit that seems like they're almost forced to, to wear to be put on airs, but you see a sparkle of some kind of insane intelligence in their eyes and their sharp teeth as they smile. Artifacts. What of them? What do you know about them? Tell me everything.
Can you back up some?
My apologies. He leans back.
Thank you. I don't really know that much about artifacts. It's just my job to remove them because they do horrible things to people.
Them? There's more than one? You know where they are?
I do not know where they are.
But regardless, you said Saber Corp? That means you're here to get
Yes.
another artifact. That means there is another artifact here. He slams the table and he looks at the man, that sparkle almost getting maddening. I told you, Christoph, there was an artifact here, and I will retrieve it. It will be great thing. It will be a great thing to. And the man, apparently named Christoph, steps forward, puts his hand on the tiefling's shoulder, and pulls them back. I apologize for my colleague. They are excitable. But they bring up a great point. You're with Saber Corp, and what does a logistics corporation have to need these artifacts or looking for teams?
I don't know. This is just my job. I that's above my pay grade.
His jaw is working as he seems to trying to mull over your words. We will leave you here for now. There is a lot of things to consider. And he goes steps. As he stops, turns around, grabs a tiefling by the back of the neck, and pulls them along with him. But I have so many questions. And then he closed the door behind. And you hear the tiefling complaining down the hallway until eventually no more. Leaving you, Revan, and Xyler alone in this interrogation room. Revan, are you still playing dead?
No, as soon as they leave, Revan will just go, well, that was weird.
You were awake this whole time?
Yeah, why?
You didn't think to jump in and assist?
No, I figured it was better if they didn't realize I was awake. Then if something happened, I could, take them off guard.
Okay.
We'll swap scenes now. Teo, you have been following the pair that have taken Eladine for it seems like a while now. You have gone beyond the fields nearby the main road and have seemed to come to some kind of abandoned rail yard. You can see that there's box cars that have been left to rot in nature, a station, a couple of depots. Have you been stealthy this whole time, or have you just been trying to follow?
I think Theo has fully turned on his invisibility.
Okay. It's tough because your head is screaming because you did take a sap to the back of the head, but you were able to resist. You get to the edge of the rail yard. There seems to be a cut in the fence that the two Goliaths pull Eladine through, and you watch as they bring her to the main train station. And you see that there's some lights lit up in there, giving it a bit of a glow. But beyond that, you can't really see much else. Do you have dark vision?
I do not.
Okay. The night is coming, and while the moon is bright in the sky, giving you some kind of dim ambient lighting, it's still hard to make out exact details of the night in the coming night.
Yeah, no dark. Ew.
So what do you do?
I can still see where they're heading, right?
Yeah, you can. There's enough ambient light you can make out their forms heading towards the train station. And the train station itself, you can see that there are lights inside.
Okay. I think I keep following them, trying to like use the light around me to see.
Okay. You're invisible, you said?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. You follow them up into the train station, and as you kind of peek in the door from the outside, you see just stacks of crates, and you see a lot of those workers, the farmers in the red. However, they don't look passive like the rest of them. They don't have that fake saccharine smile that all the rest had. They look like people that were laboring their whole life. They look hard, dirty, tired, exhausted, angry. There's stacks of crates, so there's a few like campfires around, and the two Goliaths drop Eladine in front of a man sitting on crates. You can tell that even though they all wear the same and they all kind of have that same vibe and look, this man seems to be a leader of some kind. And the Goliaths kind of take a step behind both of them. Eladine, at this point, you start to stir awake.
Cool.
Your head is pounding, your body is sore, but your eyes flutter open and you see the face of an old man staring down at you.
What's he wearing?
The same tattered red that the rest of the people of the planet are wearing. But as you look at him, he could see that there's wrinkles and dirt caked into those wrinkles. But you also spot he has kind of elven features. You realize this man is a half-elf. Old half-elf.
Did I, pass out or something? Where am I?
We have questions for you.
Oh, for
Off-worlder.
me? You
Yes.
have questions for me?
Yes, you are not of our planet, and there are things happening that you have not maybe been exactly privy to. So we need to know if we can trust you.
I mean, your planet seems a little fucked up at the moment, dude, sir.
It's exactly the problem we are trying to solve.
With your roots and all that.
The roots are the problem.
Yes, they are.
Good. I'm glad we have an agreement then. D, can you give me a stealth check at advantage? This would be a sound-based stealth, because you cannot be seen, but you are not silenced.
Ooh, I wanted 5. We'll take it. So that's an 8.
8, okay. We'll see how. As you are watching this start to proceed, you lean forward and you accidentally kick a can that clatters into the room, and the old man's head snaps up along with the two guards. And then he looks at you, Eladine.
And I cough.
And then he looks to the guards. Were you followed? No, we were not. His eyes narrow, and he looks towards the door. You swear for a moment, Teo, he's looking directly at you. And then he looks back down at Eladine. If we are in agreement that the roots are the problem, the planet Sycon used to be saved, then perhaps you are not of the Syndicate.
The Syndicate.
Those other off-worlders who have started the troubles.
Oh, really? Which other off-worlders? What were they here for? What'd they look like?
Well, they're the ones not wearing a uniform like we are. And if you are not of them, then who are you with?
So we're not with the Syndicate. We're with Saber Corp, and we were sent to retrieve our friends who came here.
Saber Corp.
Mm-hmm.
The logistics company.
Mm-hmm. We have another group of people who came here before us, and then we just stopped getting communications from them. We've already found one, and it was odd because they were here for like a week, but they were already fully indoctrinated in your guys' little red cloak cult thing.
The red is simply the clothes of the laborer. But the indoctrination you speak of is true. Astaroot, while by itself, seems to not be much. It weakens the mind. Consumption of it, especially over a period of time, makes you more susceptible to things. And our former leader, the Maester, she found something in one of the fields that allows her to more easily control the mind.
So it's not the root?
The root is a part of it, but it's not the entire problem.
What's the thing that she found?
He
Wait,
puts
where'd
a
the
hand
root
up.
come from?
Before I go further, I need to know if I can trust you. You are an off-worlder, and the off-worlders have called us trouble to begin with. But perhaps we can work together.
Okay. I'm listening.
First, we need some modicum of trust. Why not tell your companion to come inside? I hear him out there. I do not want us to start off on a wrong foot.
I kind of like reach up to my earpiece. Hey, Thea?
And then as she does this, I walk to like behind her and then turn off my invisibility and just start waving. Hi, I'm Teo. Y'all hit me in the back of the head. That wasn't cool.
Yeah, it kind of sucked as I'm like, Elodine's rubbing her in the back of her head.
I do apologize for that treatment, but you can see we did not know if you were able to be trusted or not. If you were more syndicate members, we would rather not dealt with that. But I do apologize for the rough treatment. And he gets off the crate he's been sitting on, and he's surprisingly short for a man who commands so much presence. He offers a hand to each of you. I'm Dr. Rodney Barrows. I was one of the chief agricultural scientists here on Psychar, but with the given recent events, I am now apparently a leader of a resistance. And he offers a hand to each of you.
Elodine reaches out and shakes it.
Theo shakes his hand after.
Mm-hmm. It's a rough, calloused hand, a man who has been working his entire life. And then he kind of looks at both of you, clasps his hands behind his back. So you're looking for people?
Yes. Saber scout troop went missing after trying to investigate why y'all have stopped basically exporting farm stuff.
Well,
Crops.
the thing with Saber is we stopped exporting crops with your company due to the unbalanced contract they kept trying to push. But that was years ago. The Astaroot is within the past few months. Planet Psychar has an unstable crust. Despite that, we have been able to make great agriculturally. With the use of science and technology and engineering, we are able to farm the way we are. However, that doesn't change the fact that occasionally in building a new field, we come across a sinkhole. It was in one of these sinkholes that the Maester found the item she currently possesses. And he snaps to one of the guards, and he reaches into his thing and pulls out like kind of a dirty piece of parchment and hands it to the doctor. And he takes it and he hands it over to Eladine. I understand that Saber Corps has a lot of secretive things. A couple of my eyes and ears watched you bring that man back to where you were hidden. You are looking for something else besides your missing compatriots, are you not?
We're here to see what they came here for. Yes. However, our main mission at this moment was retrieving the rest of the scouts. But we only found the one.
I'll have my people ask around. Try and find something. Any offworlders that may have been indoctrinated within the past few weeks. However, and he points to the parchment in your hands, I think our goals may align. That's the item the Maester found in the sinkhole.
Oh.
And as you look at it, Eladine, it is a rough sketch of something that looks like a... I'm losing all my tabs. Holy shit. There we go. It looks like a rough sketch of a cage, but it's split in two halves. The prongs of the bars go inward, and from the top and bottom half, they are pronged and holding what looks to be a calcified heart.
It's a heart!
Anatomically correct. The valves and aortas. And it seems to be hanging off an ornate cage that doesn't match anything you've seen thus far on this planet.
Lord.
Would this be what you may be looking for?
Yes.
That's
This is-
definitely it.
I mean, this is definitely what we're looking for. It's basically, we could tell because it's out of the ordinary, but we didn't know this was what it was gonna be. Holy cow.
Holy cow, indeed.
Ladine is just like playing up the, oh wow, what is this? I never knew this is what it was gonna look like.
I guess we have reached the heart of the issue here, huh?
A couple of chuckles from the gathered resistance members meet your joke.
Hey.
That item that the Maester found. Magister. I'm going to say Maester, it's Magister.
Magister.
That item that the Magister found has been the start of all our problems. Ever since she started wielding it, she's had... It's almost as if she can peer directly into your mind. Know your deepest thoughts and desires. The very core of your heart and being. And twist it. Change it to what she wishes. Mold it as if it's nothing but a piece of clay. With this caged heart in her hands, its very beat causes those to listen, become more passive, follow her words. The Asta root, as it turns out, numbs the mind and body if taken long enough, making it easier to apply. I hope you pick up what I'm putting down here.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the syndicate comes into play. Apparently, long before the sinkhole happened and this heart was found, the Magister was making a deal with the Amber Bear Syndicate in the background. She's a fine leader of people, but she's not a manager of a colony and planet, I will say. And her bad dealings, which in turn might have also burned the contract with Saber Corps, has left us nearly destitute. Until 6 months ago, when suddenly there was an influx of cash, resources, things we needed. And she told us that all we had to do was convert some of our farming operations to this new route she found. She was given by someone. That was the Asta route. What she didn't tell us, and what I tried to warn everyone on after studying it myself, is it is a nutrient-dense thing. As in, it saps and consumes all the nutrients in what it is grown in. I'm sure it doesn't take much for you to realize exactly what's happened to this planet.
Mm-hmm. No, it was
Our
pretty obvious.
Yes. Our golden fields all turned to the dirt that asteroid grows in, and over the course of 6 months, with this mass production, the very nutrients of the planet have been leached, turning us nearly ecologically destitute. I fear that if we do not reverse course, Sykar will be lost, and it will become a barren wasteland. Now, why the Syndicate needs this Asta route, I do not know why. But they gather all our harvests every week. They bring it to their warehouses at the edge of town, and they pay the Magister to be silent. And they don't need to pay anything to the people because they are under the control of the heart. And if all you eat and drink of is Asta root, and all you know is the pulse of some fell artifact, you don't exactly complain.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the effects of the Asu can be reversed?
He smirks at this. Maybe. But it would require time to work it out of your system. But in the meantime, we have a way to block the effects of Asta root. While it may not be permanent and it may not inure you against the artifact, as you call it, it does prevent the worst of the root. And every member of the resistance here, he gestures to the ragtag group around him, has partaken of this. If we are to trust you, I would ask you to do as well.
But what if we haven't eaten the root? What would it do?
It would simply help your body resist the root.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's fine.
All right. He snaps his fingers, and 2 resistant members approach, with each holding like a clay mug. There seems to be a warm drink inside it, but even as they approach, you guys can smell it. It smells incredibly bitter.
Ugh.
Like, beyond the medicinal bitterness, straight onto the bittering agent put on the Wii cartridges, or the Switch cartridges.
Oh god.
They hold the mug out. Each of them holds the mug out to each of you. Drink in its entirety. It is not pleasant, given the speed in which I had to create it, but this concoction should protect your body, and in turn your mind, from the worst effects of the Asta root.
Okay, I want to investigate it before I drink it.
Sure. Make either an Arcana or Medicine check. Your choice.
Do Arcana. Where are we? Oh. Not rolling because I'm on James's computer. Hold on. Go to actual dice.
Real dice. The physical meat space.
I rolled a 1.
Oh no. You look at the mug, and before you can even try to formulate some kind of thought about what it could be, the smell, the warm smell of it washes over you, and your mind kind of almost goes blank with just how sharp and astringent it is when it hits your nostril. It's everything not to cough and sputter.
May I also do a medicine check?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Cool. That's not better. That's a 6.
6 altogether. Same reaction. Both of you with your studious minds try to look at it, but the moment it just hits you, your mind goes blank, and it's horrible. It's a horrible experience.
I'm gonna con save to see if I visibly gag. As soon as he sniffs the tail, it's like, huh! You weren't kidding.
The doctor has a very bemused smirk. Like I said, I apologize for its current state, but it is the most effective we found out. So, as they say, bottoms up.
Before I do, I pull out my dragon vessel, my refillable mug,
A chaser.
And I speak ale into it, or like vodka, rum, something real strong. And then I just kind of cheers to Teo, and I down the drink.
It's thick.
Ugh.
Almost like a watery mud. Which makes it hard to get down fast. And at that point, it coats your mouth. It is like you licked a Switch cartridge, that bittering agent. It fills your entire mouth, and you get it down. And you quickly swish your mouth out and chase it, but it's thick. You could feel it working its way all the way down your esophagus to your stomach. You have a feeling that you might not eat for a couple of days because it feels like you just swallowed some kind of paste.
Mm-hmm.
But as it works its way, you do feel an almost pleasant kind of warmth go from your stomach out to your limbs and everything. And that initial shock to the mind that the bitter smell gave you slowly starts to fade away as the warmth grows. And for I will say 3 days, you are immune to the effects of Asteroid.
Hell yeah.
And there's like a big gulp, and is like, delicious. Can we get some to go?
You are right. There was more to your group than you two. We can provide some vessels for you to take, for if you find them, you can inure them as well.
Thank you.
Night falls and the guards are out in force. In the morning, we need to go act as if we're working, so you will come with us. And the Resistance members bring you the red robes and the conical hat as well. It'd be best if you blend in.
All right.
All right. You have been given room and board for the night by the Resistance. We'll swap back to Persephone and Revan in the interrogation room.
Okay.
You don't know how long you've been in here. There have been no one has come. You don't hear anyone out in the hallway. It's just been you, Revan, and a limp, unconscious Xyler. What have you two been doing?
I think initially Revan would just still be playing dead just to see if anyone is, observing.
Mm-hmm.
But did they take any of our equipment, or did they just drag us in here?
They just dragged you in. You still have all your equipment.
Okay. Well, I can try and pick the door.
Sure, why not?
All right. You approach the cell door. You whip out your thieves' tools. Would you like to start to pick it, or do you want to inspect it first?
Yeah, I'll check it to see if there's like an alarm or anything.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
I am.
If I will allow you to use wisdom as the stat for investigation, if that helps.
Nope, that's worse.
Okay, then intelligence.
Well, that's a 9.
You
We're rolling great tonight.
So good.
Persephone,
Okay.
you watch as Revan, what does your thieves toolkit look like? Because every rogue it's the bread and butter of every rogue. What is yours?
It's like an old, battered leather pouch
Mhm.
with. They almost look like handmade tools.
You watch as Revan pulls out this pouch, pops it open, crouches in front of the door. He spends a good few minutes inspecting it, looking for something. Revan, as you inspect it, it's a pretty standard lock, at least from what you're able to tell. You don't sense anything magical, anything trapped about it. However, it's going to require a little bit more work, i.e., mechanically a higher DC, as a majority of the locking mechanism and handle is on the outside of the door. Due to your experience, however, you know that with a little extra elbow grease and a lot more work, you can try to access it from your side.
Hey, Persephone,
Yeah.
you got any of that magic stuff going on?
What do you need?
Well, can you make water freeze?
Yeah.
All right, I have an idea. I'm going to pour some water from a water skin into the lock, and then you freeze it, and that
Okay.
should pop.
Okay.
All right.
It's going to be loud, probably, but,
Whatever.
What I will say is I need Revan to make a sleight of hand in order to get as much water into the locking mechanism as possible. And then I'll say, Persephone, you make an Arcana check to see how controlled you can freeze the water, whether it'll be loud or not.
Oh, okay. I was like, I know I can do it. What do you mean?
Yeah, no,
Shiva Water says I can do it.
Yeah, it's not a matter of if you can or can't. It's a matter of how
loud.
controlled
Okay.
can you make it. Yeah.
Okay.
Sleight of hand's going to be a 19.
All right, you are able, with Persephone crouches down next to you, you see the icy magic kind of percolate between her hands.
18.
You get the water into the lock. Persephone puts her hands quickly over it, and you watch as a frost kind of forms around the circle where the locking mechanism in the door is. You hear a crackling of suddenly super cool metal, and then you hear it ping, 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 and then crunching noises, and then you melt the water, let it drain out. Revan, you test the door and the lock, and while it is still locked, the mechanism is ruined, which means you can easily do it now.
Okay.
It seems to be a well-made cell door, but you have caused enough damage to it where a sleight of hand check at advantage to try and lockpick it is going to be child's play for you.
All right, let's give it a shot then.
Mhm.
Okay, that's a 24. The other one
Yeah,
would have been a
easily.
13.
Yeah.
So let's appreciate the
Easy.
advantage.
Yeah, you with Persephone's help, you manage to punch a big enough hole into the now brittle, icy metal and get almost direct access to the mechanism that you quickly undo and unlock and almost destroy. It's very brittle and icy in your hands at this point. And then eventually you hear the satisfying as you push the door open.
All right,
Okay.
I will poke my head out to see what I can see.
There are more of those lights, but they are flickering and the hallway is dim. You do see that there are a few more cells. kind of lining this hallway. You guys at the end of a hallway, and you see at the very end of the hallway are stairs going up. You do not see anyone else at this moment.
Does it sound
Yes.
like there's anyone in the other cells?
Make a perception check.
Perception.
I hear nothing.
That is a natural 20 for a 25.
Rolled a dirty
yeah.
4.
You are still basking in your yet another application of your ice powers. And Revan, as you listen closely, you don't hear anything in any of the cells except for one cell, the left side of the hallway closest to the stairs. It sounds like a slight moaning noise, like pain moaning.
Well, Persephone, if you want to grab Xyler, I can go check that out.
Okay.
I mean, we can leave him here if, you know.
No, I'll get him. Wish he would fucking wake up. He's heavy.
Yeah,
Just dead weight.
he's been asleep for a long time. Is he like
All right.
allergic to poison or something?
I don't know.
It's allergic to rolling well. That's what it is.
He's like
Right.
busy. I don't know. He's just dreaming or something about technology and like cameras or something like that.
What the fuck is a camera? But yeah, so Persephone, I'll say you're easily able just to kind of sling Xyler, arm over shoulder to drag him behind you. This won't be a bit for long. It's just in the moment you're trying to escape.
Yeah.
But Revan, you said you're inspecting the cell?
Yeah, I just want to see if I can sneak over and peek in.
Okay. You get over to the cell door, and it's similar to yours. There is no window or shutter that you can see. But at least on this time, the locking mechanism is on the side you're on, and you can easily access it now. So you wouldn't need to do as fancy a thing to bust this lock as you did last time.
I'm going to gently knock on the door.
Okay.
And then say, quietly try and say through it, who's in there?
You hear a strained voice. You're not one of them. Wait. Who are you?
Well, I mean, first you'd have to define who them is, but...
The ones who fucking put me here. Revan?
Yeah, as far as I know, no.
Revan, give me an insight check at advantage, please.
Insight. Oh, good. I'm not good at this. But I rolled a natural 20, so 22.
Excellent. As the voice is speaking to you, it's muffled and pained, but you recognize it. It's the voice of one of your team members, River Faust, the Hadozi Spelljammer.
Oh,
the
good.
one who flew the ship.
And left me stranded. Wait, is that you, River?
The voice stops for a moment. Revan? The fuck are you doing here?
I think the same thing you are, which is being in prison. But give me a second, I'll see if I can get you out.
All right. Give me that sleight of hand check. And I'll say an advantage because you've already dealt with these lock systems.
Oh. Well, the first one was a 26.
Mhm.
Second one was another nat 20 for 31.
In the DM world, this is what we call resource management, as in we're stealing all our players' natural 20s before something happens.
Yeah, for real.
Oh no. How dare.
Yeah, you easily pop the lock and the door swings open, and you see River Faust. She's still dressed in her scouting uniform, or like the crew uniform, although it looks like she has been worked over pretty heavily. But she sees you there, and she stands up. A defiance in her face now that her companion and ally is here, or at least who she sees as a companion and ally. She steps forward, she looks you up and down, and she reaches up and she kind of grabs your chin and moves your face side to side. You are real. This isn't a hallucination, then.
Do you hallucinate about me frequently?
She slaps you lightly in the side of the face. And there's your sharp wit, who I apparently did not miss. Have you found any of the others? Actually, how are you here? Why are you here? And then she turns and she sees Persephone holding up Xyler. What have you been doing?
Well, you left me stranded on the ship for quite a while.
Apologies.
So,
That was not the intention. Things happen,
yeah.
obviously.
Yeah, so I got the distress beacon working, and another team came by, and apparently they were coming here because y'all were out of contact for a while. So I came down with them. Found Lachlan. He was having a bad time of it. And then some folks shot us with darts, and I woke up here.
That tracks very well, actually. When we got here and we determined that there was artifact signature, we split up to try and find it, and well, she gestures broadly to the basement prison you guys are currently in. Things went bad. I do not know the stat of the other ones, but you said you found Lachlan, so that's good at least.
Yeah, your message said that you found the artifact.
We found presence of the artifact.
All right.
There were things in the populace that fairly clearly had signatures that we look for.
Yeah, and they got this weird, kind of like a potato crossed with a horseradish. It does not taste good, but it's all they're growing. And it seems to be making folks a little weird.
Yes, we've picked up on that, but we weren't able to investigate it further like we wished, so at least you found something about it. That's good. And then she turns and looks towards you, Persephone. Apologies. I didn't... thank you. You are part of the team that has rescued Rev and has come to rescue us, I hope. I'm River Faust, and she holds her hand out.
Persephone moves awkwardly and to give her hand.
Mm-hmm.
Persephone, and this is Xyler.
See, you guys are under the additional effects. What are you? Are you another scout team? Are you
special grade
salvagers?
Yes.
Oh, good. Then we are still stuck on the planet looking for the artifact. Great. And her face drops at that.
You know what? I don't have time for this.
Well, we do have a ship up in orbit, and we brought a lander down, so.
Excellent. Then, if you do not mind, it has been a very rough week, and I think I would rather use that lander to return. I can give a report of what's happened to whatever captain you guys have, and we can go from there. If that is okay with you, Persephone, special grade?
Yes.
Okay.
Stop. No.
I don't
No.
think her last name is special grade.
My
That's
last
what-
name is not. My last name is Jason.
I don't have a rank or a title to speak of you, so all I know is special. Your friend for being unconscious is quite lively. Is this normal?
Yeah. It's just it's just a joke. It's a bit between us.
This whole time, Revan has just been puppeting Xyler with a mage hand.
This
Xyler's,
reminds me of
like,
a- this-
twitching and being difficult to, like, dreaming and being difficult to drag around.
This reminds me of a play I saw on the Port of Olympia, Weekdays at Bernice's. Very similar concept.
The sequel wasn't.
There even was a prison break.
Oh.
Sequels are not.
Speaking of prison breaks, though, we do probably want to get out of here.
Agreed. Before the rough muscle or whatever finds us down here and out of our cells. So
Yeah. Did they take your stuff? Because they did not take ours, which seems like a bad decision on their part.
perhaps they thought the toxin would keep you under control. Also, I mean, you were locked in there, so what are you going to do? But yes, they did take my things. But I think there might be some kind of guard room or whatever at the top of the stairs that we can go and retrieve it.
Well, in the meantime, you want a dagger or
I
a
will
short
gladly
bow?
take a
something?
dagger. She'll take the short bow.
Okay. Yeah, I'll pass her the short bow and a couple arrows.
She nods appreciatively and holds them tight. Shall we?
Sure. You want me to lead the way, or?
Considering you are in a better condition than I, yes. That would be much, much appreciated. And with that, you guys take the stairs up. Give me stealth checks for everyone, please.
Anything special
Guess
for
what-
mine?
No, I'm not going to do that.
Well, it doesn't matter because I just rolled. Oh wait, I rolled an 11, a dirty 11. I did not realize I had a +6 stealth,
There you
I got
go.
a 23.
which that means I rolled a 5, by the way.
Yeah, so not great, but
But the 6 helps.
Not the worst.
Well, she rolled an 11. So,
It's a good thing I was going first.
yeah.
yeah. What was your stealth again, Revan?
23.
23. Okay. The rest of your party is not as stealthy as you'd wish them to be given the situation, but you're able to kind of indicate to them to stay a little further back. And as you crest the stairs and you look in, you can see what River was talking about. You see that there's some kind of guard station, but no guards. It seems that whoever the Christoph was or is, excuse me, seems to have all control of this area, and is pretty confident that people locked into the cells won't try to escape the cells, because that'd put them directly into the area that they control. But as you walk up, give me a perception check, please.
Okey-doke.
Ooh, that's a great one.
It's 21.
+1, a dirty 20.
Nice.
Excellent. You step up. You don't see anyone or anything kind of out of the ordinary. And as you step further into the guard station, you can kind of see there is a table with gear laid out on it. And you recognize the specific gear that you are assigned as a scout. And you recognize it as Rivers, and she quickly hands you back the short bow and gathers up her stuff, sliding her crossbow across her back, her weapon on her hip, everything needed, and she looks more like the Spelljammer by the moment. And she looks towards you and she nods as she puts the last of her gear on. That is a lot easier than I expected.
Yeah. This is either a trap or they are way overconfident.
As you say this, you hear a thump of a body hitting the ground. And as you look around, you can kind of see, yeah, there was a guard, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And that guard is currently unconscious on the ground behind the desk. And standing over the body is that same tiefling, holding a syringe. Little column A, little column B, I suppose. But Kristoff does not know I am here. I was coming to free you anyway, but it seems that you are much more capable than I thought. That wide, sharp tooth grinned again.
Revan's gonna put his hands on his scimitars.
No need for any of that. No need for any of that. And the tiefling saunters up, and you can see that they have like the reverse joint goat legs and the sharp swinging tail. Listen, Kristoff does not want to feed into my things, the studies, research. I discovered something about artifacts tied to ancient powers, and when we were told we were coming here, or Kristoff was coming here to do operations for the Syndicate, and I heard rumors that there was something found. I kind of wanted to study it, but he won't let me. I figured you all have knowledge of artifacts. Perhaps we could help each other a little bit. I bust you out. You find the artifact the Magister has. You give it to me. I study it, and we go on knowing, and everyone's all none the wiser. Everyone's all happy.
What do y'all think?
No.
Yeah. Has anyone ever told you that you are an extremely creepy man and you come off very unlikable?
All the time. But I expected this response. So they simply shrug, and then they step aside. Go. You are free. Clearly you outnumber me. I am but a single tiefling. You are three very strong, angry, capable people. Go right ahead. Leave. I won't stop.
I'm not good at this, but I'm gonna roll insight.
Okay.
I'm also going to. 17 plus 1, 18.
I got a 12.
All right. Obviously, Revan, this tiefling is suspicious as hell, just by their general demeanor. Persephone, however, beyond that, you look deeper into the words, but through the body language and everything, even though it's a little harder to tell, they seem to genuinely be letting you go.
What do you get out of this, letting us go?
I get to annoy Kristoff.
That's a fair point.
And, perhaps you'll see this as a favor I've done for you down the road if our paths ever cross again. Think of it as a little bit of an IOU.
You don't have any more of those syringes, do you?
The grin widens to almost Cheshire cat levels. Wouldn't you like to know?
I would.
All right, I say let's get out of here.
Yeah, maybe we put our backs to the wall and just keep an eye on this guy as we're leaving.
What was your name?
And Oh, I apologize. The moment was heated, as they say. You can call me Disgrace.
Actually,
Easy.
Actually, that is my name. It is one I take great pride in.
okay.
Is that like a family name? Are you a disgrace or just disgrace?
Yes, both. Well, my family called me a disgrace to the name of their family and disowned me. The academies I attended called me a disgrace to the profession. Christoph calls me a disgrace in general all the time. It's a name I have taken to with great pride.
Okay.
Have you considered the concept of nominative determinism?
Let's just move on.
Nope, not a bit.
All right, that's fair. Yeah,
That's
I
just,
think we should.
It's so nice
Can
to
we
meet
adopt
you,
this guy?
Disgrace. But we're gonna head out now.
Of course. And as you start to descend or ascend the stairs leading out of this seemingly prison basement, there is one thing though. I'm letting you go. Don't have that reaction. But you don't know the syndicate. You don't know the complex, the guards, their lines of sight, any traps, what exactly is going
Uh-huh.
on here, so on, so forth.
Yes, get to
Actually,
the
I
point.
got a map.
Do you?
Can you get to your point?
All I'm saying is perhaps we can help each other still. I mean, okay, maybe I don't need to keep the artifact, but perhaps I can study it a little bit before you take it away. And in return, I help you escape. Maybe do a little bit here, a little bit there to ensure the syndicate doesn't know you escaped as quickly, of course. And maybe, the syndicate are very mean people. The Amber Bears don't exactly take kindly to those who escape their clutches and cause trouble to the operations, especially one such as here, which is very secretive.
Well, I have a counter proposal.
Negotiations. I like that.
What if you come with us and start working with us instead of the syndicate?
Does your company have a thing called morals and ethics?
I mean,
No.
ostensibly,
yeah.
they're a mega corp, so
Well, true. Morals and ethics are very. Tell
Do you
you
want
what.
to see artifacts or not?
Obviously, I do. That is the whole reason I was coming to break you out when you have obviously broken yourselves out. Okay. How about a counter to your proposal? I help you. We retrieve the artifact. And I am a contractor to your company. So I have freedom to do whatever I want, not bound to the morals and ethics that may or might not exist for a mega corporation. But you get out safely, and you get my knowledge, and I get access to artifacts.
I mean,
we can't exactly hire you as just a contract.
yeah, you would have to negotiate all that with
There's
the
a lot
company.
more there with that, and it's possible, but I can't promise you that part. That's above my pay grade.
We can get your
here's
foot in the door.
And that is all I ask. You simply put me in front of the correct people. Maybe write a couple letters of recommendation. Give me a good character witness. Convince your human resources or being resources to, that I'm a good hire, that I'm a good contractor. Ignore that bit about the morals and ethics, of course, because obviously that's not good on an interview. Do we have a deal?
Whatever. Come on. Can we just go? Gosh. I just went out of.
We'll hammer it out on the way.
Oh, that's a bingo. Okay.
Oh no!
And Disgrace happily runs up the steps in front of you, and then they stop, put a finger up. We're going to need to be very, very quiet. I need to go make sure the guards are not snooping around here now. And they run ahead to the door at the top of the stairs, leaving the group of you to have a brief moment while he checks out, or while they check out the door.
God, that was annoying.
I mean, worst case scenario, we get out and then just, leave him. But
I mean, sure, but
I don't know.
still.
He's got passion. You can't fault a man for having passion.
Okay.
You hear further up the stairs the door. Disgrace, what are you doing here on the and the body hits the ground, and you watch as it tumbles down the steps, and then Disgrace pops their head over the top of the stairs. The coast is clear.
All right.
He's also remarkably effective with whatever the fuck he's doing.
Yeah, that's wow.
Oh,
Okay.
while you are down there, I can't see from here. Is the body developing pustules or boils of any kind?
Excuse me,
I can bring
what?
it up with us if you want.
No, do not touch it. Because if it's doing what I think it's going to do not touch. But is it developing boils? I've been working on a new strain of something. Test beds, the
Alrighty.
usual.
I'll take a look at the body.
Make a medicine check.
Oh boy. It's another nat 20. 22.
The man, he is alive. He's breathing. I mean, although he was thrown down a set of stairs, so those are those injuries to contend with. But as you watch, you see a very mild case of what looked to be chicken pox develop on his skin, and not the boils and pustules that Disgrace was asking about.
Okay. Revan's going to step over him and say, yeah, he looks real bad. Starting to swell.
Ooh, that's a bingo! And he runs out the door. And he stops. The coast is clear, but follow closely to my steps. And I'm going to need everyone to make a stealth check, please. And I will make one for River, who has been quiet this whole time, but she's been given incredulous looks about the entirety of Disgrace.
23.
22.
Oh, she rolled a 17. Excellent. And let's see if Disgrace rolls stealth high enough. No, but it doesn't matter for them. All right, you guys all start. You follow Disgrace easily from shadows to shadow, avoiding patrols, sweeping lights, and eventually you find yourselves at the edge of this warehouse complex you are brought to. And Disgrace pushes aside a couple pallets, and you see that there is a cut section of the fence that has been, just pushed back together enough to look like there hasn't been an obvious cut. And then he grabs it and he peels it open. I've been planning an escape for a while.
Oh, okay. That's fun.
Oh, yes. I have great alchemical knowledge and a lot of things that can do a lot of things for the Amber Bears, but they have been stifling my creativity lately. So I'm just going to leave.
Okay. That's fine.
But we should hurry, because Kristoff may or may not be a very volatile man if he finds out that things he has been doing has been thwarted. So hurry, yes.
Yep, let's go.
All right.
I like this
You
plan.
all escape through the cut in the fence. Disgrace follows right behind, pulls the fence back together, and then pops up, dusting themselves off, and looks over all of you. So, next step, we find the artifact, yes?
Next step, we find the rest of our team.
Yes, we must meet back up. We cannot do this alone. Sadly.
Okay, fine. Then do you have a lander spot? A place where you've come on? Because obviously we did not see any spell jamming vessel land here, so it means you must have a lander. I'm guessing it's out of the city.
It should be.
Cool. Then you lead the way.
All right. Let's go.
All right. Stealthily, you stick to alleyways and shadowy spots. As you reach back to the main street proper, however, you hear loud music. Like almost
Oh,
like
is it fucking nighttime?
festival parade type music.
Fuck. Forgot about this bullshit.
The streets are filled with people playing instruments, laughing, dancing. You see that there's a couple stilt walkers and flame jugglers and eaters and everything, and they all seem to be just having like a grand old festival.
All right.
Are they still wearing the robes?
Yeah, they're also wearing the red. Yeah.
I have an idea. If we can knock out a couple of them, drag them into an alleyway, we dress up in the red and then just walk down the street.
Ooh, this is a good plan. I like this plan.
Okay, but how do I explain him?
Well, none of these folks know him, right? You've been stuck in the...
Yeah, but he's like passed out still.
Yeah, he got drunk.
Okay. You have to knock him out, though.
Why are you knocking me out?
Not you! Oh my gosh. Do you not listen?
I just love
Often, no, I do
Seba
not.
being so like ratty to this guy.
He got on my face earlier.
Yeah.
I was tempted to say when he said, I like this plan. Well, now I don't.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, I'll try and see if I can identify there's 5 of us?
There's 4 of you. There's you, Persephone, Xyler, and Disgrace.
And River.
Oh, and River. Yeah, so there are 5 of you.
All right. Hey, Disgrace, do you have any more of that knockout stuff? Not the kill people stuff?
Often the line is quite blurred between knockout and killing. I mean, what's killing but a permanent knockout, and what's knockout but a brief killing? And he opens up his vest, and you see that there's just a multitude of various syringes and vials. Not that one, not that one. No, 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 no. And he pulls out a vial and another empty syringe from his pouch. He loads it up. This should knock them out and paralyze them, I think.
Why?
You want them to fight back when they wake up?
Well, we'll be gone.
So then why do you care if I paralyze them or not? Well, they're not
Can you just take it and do it? Just do the thing.
Yeah,
Like, why are
fine.
we questioning this?
Excellent.
I just feel like it's worth the conversation. But all right, let's get this done.
Can you do it after we get the clothes?
Revan, you get to the edge of the alley and you look out and you see that there is a conveniently 5 group strong of drunkards walking down. And hey, wow, that's weird. They're all like the right size, height, and width of your party.
Wow.
So the clothes will fit pretty well. It's kind of crazy how that is. But yeah, they are stumbling by the alleyway. What do you do?
I will just try and... They look inebriated?
Yeah, very much so.
Alright. I will try and, stick to the shadows, but kind of call out to him, hey, can you lend me a hand over here?
Give me I'll say general charisma check. At advantage.
Oh. At advantage?
Yes.
Okay. That is a 14.
Yeah, they stagger on over. What's the problem? Did you lose your drink? We got one for you. And he thrusts a clay bottle of Mutter's milk towards you.
Give me just a second. And Revan is going to cast Fog Cloud in the alley.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
and then just...
Because smog.
And then he will just
That's
knock out all of them.
All right. Yeah, easily done with the syringe that Disgrace has given you. You move quickly through the fog, stab them each in the neck or the arm, and then in a few moments they watch you go, that's weird, something, and then they all just kind of collapse on the ground. Their bodies slowly becoming more rigid as the paralysis takes effect, but they are effectively knocked out.
Oh.
Or you think so, as when Disgrace crouches down in front of him, checks the eyes. Oh, that was just the intense paralysis, not the actual knockout. That's unfortunate. They're still awake, but they can't do anything.
Oh my god.
What?
They're
Wow.
paralyzed.
Yeah, no, I get that.
I mislabeled
Voice down.
syringes. I'm sorry.
Also, the thought occurs to me, it's going to be hard to get their clothes off if we can't move them. Do you have,
I do this all the time. And Disgrace crouches down and starts pulling the robes
no.
off. No issue.
I don't like
do you
this.
think I'm also a surgeon on the side. So don't worry about it. And eventually he gets all 5 bundles of robes.
Oh, man.
Illegal.
Also a surgeon. Sounds legit, guys.
Yeah.
I see no problem.
Revan will just quietly say, listen, there's nothing saying that we can't just throw them off the lander halfway up.
That's true.
Every action weighs the scales the other way from its
Yeah.
usefulness. You're able to, tie up, or not tie up, but able to prop the paralyzed drunkards up, so they're not going to be, much of a problem. And you dress to match the parade outside, and you guys join in the festivities. It's very easy to explain Xyler as a drunkard. A couple of others kind of point and laugh. It's like, he can't handle his drink. Disgrace seems to be very bright-eyed and happy to be among all these people and these festivities and such. But before you can make your way to the gate and escape, you hear drums. Kind of almost like announcing something or someone. And as you look
Okay.
towards where these drums are, you see standing on top of a podium that's been erected suddenly in the middle of the square is a woman. A tall, middle-aged woman with steel gray hair that's been tied into a bun, wearing red robes, but they are also have she has a white vest over it, and she has the air of a leader. And then Disgrace leans over to you guys. That's the Magister, Sylvia Bonds. She does this thing every night, every festivity. It is quite exciting to watch because the people go crazy for it.
What is this thing specifically?
Watch. And her arms grow wide as she's addressed the whole crowd. My fellow citizens, laborers, farmers, and the like of Sychar, once more you have brought in a great and grand harvest of Astaroot. Soon we will be rich and our coffers will overflow with gold, and we will be able to be fully independent, and everyone around you cheers and screams independence. I want you guys to go ahead and make insight checks or history checks.
19 plus +1, dirty 20.
For history?
It's
insight?
either both.
Okay.
I don't
I
care.
got a 7 for history.
All right, Persephone. When she calls for independence of the colony, you remember the file you read on Sychar before the job. Sychar has been a colony for a long time. However, it is not a country, not the colony of another country or nation or empire or a corporate company colony at all. They've been independent for decades now. Sychar very easily earned their independence by paying back the charter that originally was their founding, because the planet was so rich for agriculture. And it's been this way for a while, according to the history dossier you had. So why she's calling for independence now, you're not sure, because Sychar is independent.
Okay.
But the people are eating it up. They scream, "Independence! Free Sychar!" And she seems to be drinking in this energy. And she goes, "Tonight, we have great festivities and parties, and in the morning, we labor again to have a free Sychar." And another more cries of free Sychar. And then will look to be a guard brings a white cloth-covered object to her hands. And she pulls the cloth up and holds it up. And what you guys see is a golden cage broken in two halves. The prongs go inward and stick into what is a calcified heart.
There it is.
The heart beats once, and it is incredibly loud, as if the ringing of a gong. And you swear there is a wave of energy that comes off the heart over the entire crowd. I need both of you to make a wisdom saving throw. And Revan, because you consumed Astaroot in the day, I need you to make it a disadvantage.
Is this against the charmed condition?
Yes, I will say it's in that umbrella.
Okay, then my elf nature cancels that out.
All right, so then it'll just be a flat roll.
Mine is a nat 20 plus 1, so 21.
Okay.
There we go. That makes sense. I got a 6.
There's the bad one.
Yep.
All right. Persephone, this wave of energy rolls over you, and you brush it off pretty well. It seems something in your magical nature resists this effect somehow. But when it did roll over you, you felt like every word she said was the absolute truth, and that you want to do everything you can to help her in this mission to free Sychar through labor. But then you quickly shake it off, and you start to understand why the people are the way they are. Revan and River, however, when this energy wave passes over the both of you, you kind of grow slack-jawed for a moment. Your eyes glaze over. This woman has spoken to you about the freedom of this colony and how it needs to be achieved. And the only way to do that is to labor in the fields and bring in a great harvest of Astaroot, because the Astaroot will give you the money and the means to pay off the charter to finally become a free colony. And this is something that you've wanted your entire life. You grew up here. You knew this is the truth, and it needs to be done. And you find yourself cheering free Sychar alongside the rest of the colonists. And you realize that tonight is a night that you get to party and engage in these festivities, and in the morning you will join your fellow colonists in freedom in the fields to labor for more asteroids.
You know, she does have a good point.
What?
I'm just saying,
Disgrace
you know.
And River nods. She is right. I do remember us not being a free colony a while ago and how horrible it was. If we could do anything to free the colony, then obviously
You're
that's what
already
we should do,
free.
right, Revan?
You're already free. You've been free for decades.
I mean, on paper. Not
What is
really.
wrong with you?
You could say this is my home. I've always lived in Psychon.
You have
we
not.
Want to free ourselves, right,
I know
Revan?
we just met, but you have not.
You don't know us.
Disgrace next to you, Persephone, has the widest grin ever. Oh, it seems your friends have called an effect to that.
What?
And Disgrace is going to stay here with us.
Hell, I am not.
Revan puts a hand on Disgrace's shoulder.
Unhand me.
What? You said you were going to help.
Okay, the joke was funny, but no, they actually are under the influence of that artifact now. Persephone, and we shouldn't run. Now, leave, because things are about to get weird.
Oh. Oh.
Okay.
I need your help then. I got this guy. I'm not leaving him.
We can take your drug fund with you. Okay.
All right, come on, let's go.
No, there's things are going to happen. Things are good.
Okay.
And then you hear there's another gong as another wave of energy passes over the heart, and you hear the Magister scream out again. Those who do not follow the freedom of Saikar and the wishes of her people, may their blood fertilize the fields.
Oh, shit.
Come on,
That's the weird thing I was talking about. That's the weird thing I was talking about. Let's go.
Come on, I'm telling you.
Revan, your Persephone and Disgrace before you don't cry for the freedom of Saikar.
Oh, no.
Revan's just going to tighten his hand on Disgrace's shoulder.
Let's be go. Let's be go. Persephone, go. Run. Tell your friends I will be around here. It was a joke, Revan. Free Saikar. Yeah, freedom for Saikar. Yeah, freedom. And then he looks at, and this is Disgrace is the first time you actually see Disgrace's face look scared. He was, despite being a weird psycho mad scientist, he's always had a mask on in the brief time we've known him, but this is the time you can see genuine fear in his eyes. He was not thinking that you would fall victim to the artifact, and yet here you are.
I mean, neither was I, but the dice said otherwise.
Yeah.
Oh, this is fun.
Persephone, I'm going to ask for a single check to see if you're able to escape the crowd.
Okay.
I need you to give me, I will say either an athletics check to force your way through the crowd, or a stealth check to break eye line of sight with your possessed friends and sneak out through the crowd. Or if there is something else that you can...
in stealth help me?
Yeah. You bring Zylard's limp body with you, and you're able to sneak through the crowd while Revan and River are dealing with Disgrace. Revan, you do not notice Persephone disappear from the crowd, and Persephone, you're able to get through the front gate and run down the main road to the clearing where there's no one here to stop you. Everyone's in town partaking in this festival. And you make your way back to the clearing, but there is no lander. It has not returned from bringing Lachlan back up.
What the fuck?
What?
And at this point, I think we'll end the session.
Motherfucker!
Oh.
Not two dire endings a session in a row.
And both of them are my dire ending.
Hey, your
yeah.
dire ending. I
That's
ended
great.
the last one unconscious, and this one mind controlled.
No, but I'm the only one that can do it. That's what I mean. I'm the only one that can do anything both times. my stupid suit armor thing soon. I'm gonna be upset. All of this work I'm putting in.
All right.
Also, still as an update. Let me see. Where was the last time I wrote?
You guys,
It
this
has-
is why
it
it's
hasn't
fun
been
to
a day,
split the
right?
team.
Or has it been a day?
What?
I don't
Has it
think
been a
it's
day
been
or
a day,
not?
right?
Not right.
It's the same night.
No, it is not. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So 33 days still.
All right. With that all, thank you so much for coming to yet another episode of Roll of Adventure. Hope to see you all next week when we figure out exactly what happens when you're under the possession of an artifact.
What's
Fun
the worst
times.
that could happen?
Fun times. Yeah. It's nothing. Hey, you know,
Not
you
a
have
lot.
a new mission in life, forever, and you gotta get the freedom of your calling that you lived in your entire life.
And you're gonna work in the fields, and you're gonna be
And you're gonna work
happy.
with
Finally grow
gonna
a
make
root vegetable.
You can finally get the green thumb you've always wanted.
Yes, this is definitely his goal all along.
Yeah, we've already
walk up
figured
to
out
him.
his character arc.
Just walk up to the magister like, I have some ideas on how we can revolutionize our techniques.
One
To be like,
word:
yes,
potatoes.
Potato.
Or as I like to say,
All right, everyone.
potatoes.
Let me tell you, I have this new source of natural fertilizer.
It'll be so good for the aster root.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming to episode 18 of Roll of Adventure. The root is the problem. As always, I am your dungeon master and storyteller. The best place to find me is at Zalora, 3 8 at the end. Right here on Twitch. That's the best place to connect with me anywhere else. I will pass it on to the one person who is not possessed or unconscious, Briston.
Hi, I'm Briston. As the tag says, you can find me at Bry510 here on Twitch. Basically, that's it at this point. Yeah, I'll pass it over to D.
Hi, I'm D. You can find me at DMajorQueer on all social media platforms. I'm gonna pass it over to Josie.
Hi, I'm Josie. You can find me at Evil Superpowers, apparently. But also at MJ Sparkles. I'm gonna pass it right back to our DM because Adele does not want to be
And yes,
Ignore Zattel.
do
Yep.
not perceive our rogue. He is busy making potato recipes
he's
for
gonna
all the
be
potatoes
in
he's
the
gonna grow.
field.
He may want to kill me right now, but if you try to perceive him, I'll kill you.
Yeah. You know, we're all friends at the end of the day. Don't look at our rogue. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. We will see you next time on episode 19. Title pending. Bye. Bye-bye now.